Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Elizabeth Cirelli, and I will be doing some card readings here. You can always reach out and find me on elizabethcirelli.com. I do some life coaching, meditation teaching, and am currently a Reiki master. So thank you again for checking in on today and allowing yourself to have a little guidance from Spirit. I will be reading from Colette Baron Reed's Oracle of the Seven Energies deck today. So that is this one here. And I will be reading for names Jennifer through Kathy. So that will include Jen, Jennifer, Jess, Jessica, Jillian, Jordan, Joseph, Karen, and Kathy. So we will start with Jen/Jennifer. So if that is you, feel free to just go ahead and allow yourself to become present in this moment, maybe taking a deep breath and allowing yourself to tune in for whatever it is that is your intention for showing up today, and thinking about whatever questions might be longing in your heart or in your mind. Okay. That card fell out. So for Jennifer, I got the Bearing Fruit card. So that is number 12 for those of you that like numbers. And the key concepts and essential meanings of the Bearing Fruit card are birthing. That doesn't necessarily mean a baby. It could be birthing any creative ideas, a new chapter in your life, a new relationship. So just a birthing of something new. The result of hard work, an idea or consistent thought manifesting into form, the relationship between the external world and the internal world of feelings and beliefs. So the essential meaning of this card is, if your life were a tree, what fruit would it bear? Envision the results of the efforts you put into achieving your dreams and desires in partnership with the divine. Can you see the way you think, feel, and believe reflected in the material world? There is always a correlation between what you see, what you expect to see, what you intend consciously, and what you project unconsciously, right? So we are all, victims of that on some level. We grow up, we have our own experiences, we see the world through our little lenses, which sometimes are murky and have a film on them, or even like a cracked lens that you're kind of trying to see the world from. And it's like when somebody's like, oh my gosh, I think they were this amazing, beautiful person. And you're like, I don't see that when I look at myself, but that's because they're seeing you with clear eyes and you're seeing yourself through this not so clean lens. So it says, everything is intrinsically connected. Magic flows through you from the unseen world into the world you perceive. Moving from the realm of the non-ordinary reality to the ordinary reality, you birth ideas and thoughts into form and bring your most cherished desires into fruition. Not all ideas will bear sweet fruit. Sometimes you reap a sour and bitter harvest based on your sense of your personal narrative and your assumption about others. So just thinking about when you wake up in the morning, what are your thoughts about yourself? You get up, you get out of bed, you shower, you look in the mirror. Like, are you saying nice, loving things to yourself? Are you like, oh, this wrinkle on my forehead, or oh my gosh, there's bags under my eyes, or I don't like my thighs, or I'm not going to do good at work today? Or are you like, today's going to be a great day. I look pretty good for this morning after all I did yesterday. I'm human, I'm beautiful. So just being conscious of what you're really saying to yourself, because it is affecting the lens through which you see the world. It says you are in a powerful and fertile season of your life. when you're particularly good at making things happen with very little effort. Pay close attention to what you're manifesting now. From your career to your personal relationships, your influence is strong at this time. If you don't like what your life is yielding, prune the peripheral tree and get into alignment with what genuinely lights you up. So if you're kind of feeling bored and uninspired, just taking like a little deeper dive into that, being like, what does light me up? What really makes me feel alive again? Even if that means going back to when you were like a little kid, like 5 or 6, what were the things that brought you all of that joy? It says, remember, you birth into the world that which you pay most attention to and consistently hold within you as your truth. Be clear about what you intend. Can you make this commitment? So hopefully that is helpful for you. Please let me know if it resonates or if you have any questions. Feel free to pop those in the comments below. If you are looking to get notified after each reading, please just go ahead and hit the subscribe button and they will show up naturally for you on your little phone or computer. All right, so the next card is for Jess or Jessica. So Jessica or Jess, same thing for you, just allowing yourself to get still, to get present, to maybe just take a deep breath. Let's go with this card that's coming out. This is card number 37. It says the Oracle's gift. So for this card, the key concepts or essential meanings of the card are second sight, clairvoyance, seeing the future, fate as a future determined by the choices you make now, seeing the signs around you, recognizing potential venues, recognizing potentials versus absolute determination. So it says the essential meaning of this card is, when we ask for a sign from the universe, we are essentially asking for divine guidance that we believe needs to come from a source outside of us. This is because we don't always trust our intuition, our ability to read between the lines and see beyond time and space. This is really a funny one because sometimes, when I read these cards or I randomly call someone like, hey, are you okay? Or, hey, are you having like pains in your stomach? And they're like, how do you know that? You're creepy. How do you tune into that? And really it's about like just getting really still, listening to what's inside you. I think so often we pay attention to all these external things, our jobs, our careers, our whatever's happening at our kids' school or the grocery store or on the news. And it's like, that's just noise and distraction. The real answer is when we're like, oh, what should I do? If we just get still, if we just learn to do the dance between the internal and external world, right? Because we live in the world, we have to function in it, but it's a dance, it's a balance between checking in here and then doing what we need to do in the external world. So it says, and so we ask for signs and look for a mystical reassurance that our mundane lives don't seem to offer. However, an oracle simply provides an answer that is already inside of us. Oracles show up in a myriad of ways. Sometimes you will see a billboard or hear a song or pull an oracle card such as these, and you get the exact message you need to support your choices or show you the way forward. Regardless of how the sign appears, an oracle is a reminder that you are part of this vast universe. So you're very welcome to just like the oracle cards that I read from are, yes, one source to connect with a divine message, but you can also go ahead and close your eyes and just like the first thing that comes up, whether that's a number or a thing or an animal, and then just going, okay, that's my thing. Like, I'm going to trust it. That's what just showed up for me. Even if it's like random and seems kind of weird to you, allow the world to show it to you. Just allow yourself to walk through from today moving forward, slightly more mindful, and see what starts to happen for you. So it says, you are witnessed by the great mystery and loved and cared for. It is a reminder that life is magical and you are magical. Today, trust in your own capacity to know what is right, to tune into source, and also be able to read the signs reflecting what is true and real within you. Let this oracle give you the gift of knowing that you are indeed on the right track. Repeat the mantra, the light within me creates the miracle in my life. The light within me creates the miracle in my life. The magic is inside you, outside you, and all around within you. So I hope that was helpful, a little sweet message for the soul. Please let me know your thoughts or your feedback. I truly do appreciate that. I like the interaction with everyone. It just makes it a little bit more enjoyable to get to know you all a little bit better. All right, the next card is for Jill or Jillian. Again, just asking you to take a breath before the card. Allow yourself to let go of whatever kind of day you're having, the grocery list, the to-do list, the work list. I'm exhausted, and just kind of tap in. And if you're not exhausted and you're already present, all the better. So allowing yourself to check in and see maybe what you are really longing for an answer for, something you're seeking for in this world. All right, so Jill or Jillian, this is card number 22. It's a tender embrace there, two little lovely elephants hugging each other. So the essential meanings for this card are compassion, warm-hearted care for self and others. Always like to emphasize the self, just because it's not always our priority. Sensitivity and empathy, benevolence and kindness. It says, put your hand on your heart and breathe deeply, inhaling a sense of gratitude. So maybe just doing that now. Taking a deep breath, finding gratitude for this moment, for something that worked in your life today, even if it was something small, even if it was just simply like, I got out of bed today, I showed up the best I could. It says, now, how do you feel? Keep doing this, tuning into the world around you, others you know, and even those you don't. Can you feel compassion for them? Compassion is an emotion of tenderness and sensitivity. It's a feeling of benevolence and reverence as you stand witness to the suffering of the world. Now is the time to reduce the pain and focus on compassion in all areas of your life. Today, do something deliberately kind for another. Even looking a stranger in the eye and smiling can make a world of difference. Sometimes we just think sometimes that we're suffering more than others, and like, my gosh, they've got this going for them or that going for them. And sometimes it can look prettier on the outside, all this glitter and glitz and fanciness, and like they've got it all together. But sometimes those people are really struggling and dying inside too. Especially the time that we're having in this world. So just smile at somebody, make eye contact with them. How many times do we walk past someone all day long, like walking into the building for work, walking into the grocery store, the post office, anywhere we're going, and sometimes we're just like, and all it takes is hi, to just notice somebody, allow them to be seen, and then also being seen back. So it says the questions to ask now are, where do I need to be kinder and gentler? How can I serve, and in what capacity can I be in alignment with the solution to the suffering of the world? Could it be that you need to be more compassionate toward yourself? If you spend all the time in service to others, it's easy to forget about your own needs. When you accept yourself, you can bring more loving energy to others. Today, make a commitment to practice self-compassion. And that can be so many different things. So it literally might be like, I'm going to trade in a thought for a breath. I'm going to be present for 30 seconds. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to paint my nails. I'm going to just tell myself something nice instead of getting lost in the inner critic. It says, release yourself from the burdens of perfectionism. Allow yourself the grace to be human, and then do the same for others. It's not your job to tell others how to express themselves, even if you don't like the way the world behaves. Today, be kind for no reason at all, and watch the miracles arise. So Jill or Jillian, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you for coming and spending this time with me. I really do appreciate everyone that shows up, and I hope to see you back. So this next card will be for Jordan. So we can get a card for you here. So Jordan, I hope you're having a good day. If it hasn't been a great day, I hope you can find some glimmer of good so far in your morning or afternoon or evening, whenever you may be tuning in. And if it is just getting the message now, if that's the best part of your day, then I am happy to provide that for you. All right, Jordan. Let's see here. I got the Awakening Genius card. Looks like there is a lot of wisdom to be seen in that card. So that is number 29. So the key concepts for this card are the spirit of creative expression, bringing forth new information, birthing, not a child, sometimes a child, but creative ideas, new jobs, new relationships, anything like a new chapter in your life, a new home, anything like that. And knowing that your ideas matter. It says the ancient Greeks believed that each person had a specific genius that acted like a spirit guide, inspiring you with new ideas to further your evolution as an individual, as well as the evolution of all humanity. You could say that genius is the spirit of creative expression, and when you tune into it, amazing things happen. When your genius awakens, you realize you do not have to do everything yourself. So lightening the weight on your shoulders, letting the burden of that pressure go. It says you have an inspired, dedicated, wise helper on your side. Today, can you imagine cultivating a playful relationship with this extraordinary spirit? If you can, you'll recognize that you don't have to solve every problem with only the knowledge, memories, and experiences you already have accrued. Your intellect in this case serves as a channel for the spirit of genius, and it can filter in new information. How you forge this connection is to get out of your own way and simply allow it to work through you. Yeah, isn't it the worst when we're like in our own way? It's like we're pushing, forcing. And it's like, just step over here, let life happen. We can't control it. even if we try to grip and grab and hold tightly, it doesn't work. The universe always wins. So if the universe has a different plan than you, and you're gripping and you're holding tightly, you're going to get knocked over. So loosen the grip, and maybe just sitting in this moment as you are right now and feeling the sensation in your body and going, where in my body can I loosen the grip? Like, are my fists tight? Am I clenching my thighs? Am I holding my shoulders like this? You just breathe and relax and just let things flow. It says the word genius comes from the Latin word to mean to bring forth or birth, and shares the same root as the word generate, and shares the, you are at this moment to give birth to a new mode of expression, and a powerful one at that. Commit to the partnering with your genius, and only deep satisfaction and success will result. Today is a day when your inspired ideas matter. So good luck, Jordan, with all of those things that may be coming into your life, and knowing that when we are in the flow and let go, that those things usually come faster and easier for us, even though we think, or our ego thinks, that we're going to get it first. Like, we have the control over like this entire world, that we don't. So best of luck and success with all that may be entering your world. And thank you for joining me today. All right, Joseph, get a card for you here. Allowing yourself to just relax into this moment, tune into what your heart and mind are longing for or seeking in this moment. The card will not let me go back into the deck, so I am going to take this card for you. It is card number 25, and it is Birds of a Feather. Just noticing what you notice in that card. And we will get the essential meanings for you here. So the key concepts are sharing, community, a sense of belonging, fellowship with like-hearted people, so your little soul tribe, understanding the concept of we before me. It says, have you ever wondered how people naturally gravitate to one another and discover a surprising intimacy and connection? There is a kind of magnetic energy, like an invisible ray of light, that gently pulls people together to form something beautiful that can be shared. As in the saying, birds of a feather flock together. It comes from an instinctual and need for belonging, we might say. We need community to survive, to thrive, and to grow. We humans are social creatures after all. None of us are meant to be alone. The concept of belonging is playing an important role in your life currently. So yeah, sometimes I think some of us get stuck in, well, being alone is safer to me. I've got my guard up, I've got my walls up, I've got my emotional armor up, like, love being alone. But truly, truly, we are connected. Like, right when we are born, we are connected to the umbilical cord, and then we're placed on our mothers or a caretaker or a nurse, and we are held, our hearts beating together. So being alone is definitely necessary at different parts of our life, but not in its entirety. So it says, perhaps you recently found yourself in a group where you knew you were in the right place. Trust those strands of connection, for now is the time to thrive in community. What you will find is a deeper and more expansive way at looking at the world by bearing yourself to others and sharing ideas, hopes, and dreams. However long you stay here in this journey of becoming who you're meant to be, connecting to community and participating in fellowship is the best thing for you right now. You will flourish as part of a network of like-minded people, and like-hearted people are with you. Stick to what feels good and resonates with your heart. Know that whatever is in your heart is true, and to trust that. When you understand the value of this community you find, you will discover everything you're hoping for and much more than you're expecting. Yeah, and it's kind of like after a time of like COVID and all this separation and isolation, it's like, how do we come back together? How do we find our people? There's been so much separation, so much polarization, and it's like, can we lean in to truly what our hearts need for support and not feel bad about it if we're leaning towards people that don't have the same views or don't have the same beliefs? Like, can that just be okay in this moment? And can you stand in your truth and just be with what feels supportive to you? So, all right, Jess, I hope that was helpful. Thank you for being here with me. I certainly hope that you come back again. Feel free to comment or give a like, or any feedback that you might have as well. All right, the next card is for Karen. Karen, welcome. Thank you for showing up today on this video and in life. Your presence and your being is certainly needed in this world. So allowing yourself to take a deep breath, to tune in to the internal landscape of your heart, mind, and body. And just set an intention for receiving whatever answers you are looking for or guidance that may be of help to you at this time. Oops. Okay. So Karen, I got number 6, the "it is what it is" card. This is often a phrase I would say as I used to be a mental health counselor and still use as a life coach, because sometimes it just is what it is. Life is out of our control and we just have to take it for what it is. So let's get to the key concepts for this card and see if it can give us a little more insight for you here. It says radical acceptance, engaging life on life's terms, observing circumstances and taking them at face value, recognizing and releasing resistance and denial. Ooh, yeah. Resistance and denial are tough, right? We're like, yeah, this isn't the life I had planned for myself. Like, I had a really good plan, and then I had like a backup plan, and then a backup plan after that, and I'm not getting any of those. So what the hell? So there's this resistance, right? To like, no, I'm working towards this. And then whatever's showing up, we're like, no, I don't want that. But the world is like, no, that's what I'm giving you. Can you please accept that? If you accept it and you stay in the flow with it, good things will come. Trust, accept. So let's read this card for you. It says, what happens when you look at the world? Can you see it exactly as it is, or only as you assume it to be? A door closing isn't an invitation to take a battering ram into it. What if there were another door to lead you to your destiny? If you can release your attachment to getting what you want, you'll be surprised by how much energy you have for more important things. Liberated from the burden of yearning, You'll have access to what is best for all. Can you try now to accept things as they are and shift your focus and attention until that other door opens up for you? Radically accept life on life's terms. When you stop fighting against it and instead fight for what you truly desire, more of the world becomes available to you. When you are no longer in denial about what is in front of you, you will be empowered to make necessary changes with respect to yourself, your attitude, and your choices. The irony is that real transformation can happen when you surrender to the idea that things are exactly as they are meant to be. And I always feel like surrender is such a hard word for a lot of people to accept. It's like, well, surrender, that like means that I'm giving up. And it's like, no, it doesn't. It means that you're giving in to something that could be beautiful. Surrender doesn't mean like laying on the floor and like just like not participating in life anymore. It just means like, this is what's showing up. How can I surrender to this moment? And then 5 minutes later, if it's something still difficult, and how can I surrender to this moment? How can I just let it be what it is? It says, if you step back with clarity and acceptance, you will realize that life is offering you something magical. Even if circumstances send you on a temporary detour, you will discover treasure beyond your imagination and a new way to embrace the world. Keep this prayer in mind. And if like God is not the right word for you, just universe, whatever you use, doesn't have to be God. I'm just reading it as the card shows. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So, wise words. I hope that was helpful for you, Karen. Certainly, if you'd like to have notifications of the videos in the future, please feel free to subscribe to the channel and they will show up for you automatically on your device for you so that you can make sure that you get them if you want them. And if you don't want them, don't subscribe. But I'm happy to hear any feedback that you have. And I wish you all the best and I hope that you have a great day. The next card is for Kathy. This is the final card on this one. So Kathy, thank you for joining. Allow yourself to just become centered and grounded into this moment. Maybe taking a deep breath and like rolling the shoulders back and down and just embracing this moment and tuning into what's really calling in my heart. What am I looking for answers for? What am I needing a little guidance for? And the card that I got for you is number 46, the Uncharted Sea. So just seeing here how this picture might resonate with you, anything that is kind of like, oh yeah, that resonates with my life a little bit. So let's get to the essential meanings for this card. It says, stepping into the unknown without a map. That could be a scary one. Moving beyond your comfort zone, choosing to do things differently, trusting in the ebb and flow of life, being in the dark and letting curiosity lead. Faith that all will be well. So it says your comfort zone is sometimes exactly that. A safe, familiar harbor you finally come to in yourself. You have a sense that you don't need more than what is available right where you've landed in life. Now, however, is not one of those times. Bummer. All right. So yeah, that can throw a little upheaval, right, into our system. It's like, oh, wait, this was comfortable. Like, why are you pushing me into a sense of discomfort? And how can I get comfortable with the discomfort? It says, like the archetype's hero's journey, the universe is inviting you to step into uncharted waters. Something is stirring. Adventure is calling. You may want to resist this urge because it will involve leaving your comfort zone. But embarking on this journey is essential for your well-being. Navigating the uncharted aspects of yourself means that you won't have a map because no one else has ever been there. On this journey, you cannot rely on the help you would typically expect from others who have gone before you. This new territory is yours to explore. You're invited to be a pioneer, a path maker, a magical cartographer who draws your map within your own life and within your own life force as the ink. This is a day to dive into a novel experience and fully immerse yourself in the new. You don't know what the sea of possibility has in store for you, so stay curious and refrain from judgment and the need to label. Give yourself the time and freedom to be curious without the limitations and boundaries projected by your memories or expectations. It's hard because our experiences are experiences and our memories come from that. And so we do sometimes have expectations based on well, these are my goals. This is what I was working towards. And it's how can I just let go and just trust the unknown, as scary as that might seem? And it might have to be the mantra for your life at this time just might be it's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. It says you are in an amazing place right now, and you will never be the same for surveying these waters. Hold on, let me reread that actually. It says you are in an amazing place right now, and you will never be the same for surveying these waters. So we'll see. Feel free to leave me any comments, and hopefully that resonated with you, and I hope it was helpful. And I hope y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in.